Dear students, in today's class, we are going to learn what is law of conservation of momentum. In the previous classes, we studied what is momentum. So, momentum means it is the product of mass and velocity. So, all moving bodies will have momentum. Now, let us see what is law of conservation of momentum. So, in order to understand this concept better, let us consider a situation of collision between truck and a car. The mass of this truck is 1000 kg and it is moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second. And the mass of this car is 800 kg and it is moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second. So this car is moving slowly while the truck is moving fastly. So we know that every moving object will have momentum. Then what is the momentum of this truck? Yes, momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So mass is here 1000 kg and velocity is 5 meter per second. Then momentum is equal to 5000 kg meter per second. And what about car? Yes, mass into velocity. Mass is 800 kg, then velocity is 2 meter per second. Then momentum is equal to 1600 kg meter per second. So the momentum of truck is 5000 kg meter per second and the momentum of car is 1600 kg meter per second. Since this truck is moving very faster than this car, what happens? This truck collides or this truck dashes the car. As a result, what happens? This car moves forward. That means the velocity of the car increases while the velocity of the truck decreases. So initially the velocity of the truck was 5 meter per second, but now the velocity is 3.4 meter per second. And what about car? Initially the velocity of the car was 2 meter per second. Now after collision its velocity is increased to 4 meter per second. So the velocity of the truck decreased. So velocity decreases means its momentum also decreases. So what is the momentum after collision? Yes, 1000 into 3.4. So 1000 into 3.4 is 3400 kilogram meter per second. So the momentum after the collision is 3400 kilogram meter per second. And what about car? Yes, 800 into 4. 800 into 4 is 3200 kilogram meter per second. So after the collision, the momentum of the truck is 3400 kilogram meter per second and that of car is 3200 kilogram meter per second. So initially before collision the momentum was 5000 kilogram meter per second, while after collision the momentum is 3400 kilogram meter per second. So there is a loss of momentum here, isn't it? So where does this loss of momentum, where does this momentum gone? Yes, this loss of momentum is gained by this car. So here there is a loss of momentum and this loss of momentum is gained by the car during collision. So there is no loss of momentum here. That means the momentum lost by the truck is equal to the momentum gained by the car. So if we calculate the total momentum before collision and total momentum after collision, we can able to see that the total momentum before collision and total momentum after collision is same. So let us check it. So before the collision, the momentum of truck is 5000 kilogram meter per second, while that of car is 1600 kilogram meter per second. If we add these two momentum, we will get 6600 kilogram meter per second. So this is the momentum before collision. And what about after collision? Yes, 3400 kilogram meter per second plus 3200 kilogram meter per second, that is 6600 kilogram meter per second. So the momentum before collision and momentum after collision are same. That means the momentum is conserved. Momentum is constant. So this is called law of conservation of momentum. The total momentum of a system is constant. So the total momentum of the system consisting of truck and car is constant. That is how much? 6600 kilogram meter per second. So in the absence of an external force, so here there is no external force is acting on car or truck. So in the absence of external force, that means here only the internal force is acting, no external force. So in the absence of an external force, the total momentum of a system is constant. So in the absence of external force, what happens? The total momentum of the system remains constant. This is the law of conservation of momentum. So this is called law of conservation of momentum. So the total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. So it is called law of conservation of momentum. In the absence of an external force, the total momentum of a system is constant, and this is the law of conservation of momentum. Now let us verify whether the total momentum of this system is constant using Newton's third law of motion. For that, let us consider two objects A and B having the mass m1 and m2. So both these bodies are in motion and their velocity is u1 and u2. So before collision, the velocity of A is u1 and velocity of B is u2. After collision, the velocity of A is v1 and velocity of B is v2. During collision, what happens? A will exert a force on B and B will exert a force on A. That means FAB is equal to minus FBA. That is according to Newton's third law of motion. Both these forces are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So the force exerted on A by B is equal to force exerted on B by A. So both these forces are equal but they are in opposite direction. That is why here negative sign is given. So using Newton's third law of motion, we can write FAB is equal to minus FBA. And from Newton's second law of motion, we know that force is equal to m into v minus u by t. So if we open this bracket, what we will get? Yes, mv minus mu divided by t. That is F is equal to mv minus mu divided by t. What is mv? Mv is the final momentum minus mu is the initial momentum divided by t. So this equation can be written in terms of this form. That is FAB is equal to, FAB means what? Force exerted on the object A by B. That means the final momentum of this, the final momentum of the ball A is m1 v1 minus initial momentum is m1 u1 divided by t. So m1 v1 is the momentum after collision and m1 u1 is the momentum before collision. Then here FBA is written as m2 v2 minus m2 u2. So m2 v2 is the momentum after collision and m2 u2 is the momentum before collision divided by t. So in both these equation t is common, so we can cancel this t. Then we can write m1 v1 minus m1 u1 is equal to minus m2 v2 minus m2 u2. If we open this bracket, then we will get minus m2 v2 plus minus into minus is plus m2 u2. Then on rearranging this, we will get m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So what is this? Final momentum of the object A plus final momentum of object B is equal to the initial momentum of object A and initial momentum of object B. That means the final momentum means the momentum after collision is equal to momentum before collision. So total momentum after collision becomes equal to total momentum before collision. That means the total momentum is constant. So in this system, the total momentum of the system is constant. Total momentum before the collision is equal to total momentum after the collision. So here the momentum is conserved. So using third law of motion, we can verify that the total momentum of the system is constant. So in the absence of an external force, the total momentum of a system is constant. So this is called law of conservation of momentum. Friends, Newton's cradle is a device which demonstrates law of conservation of momentum. This device consists of metal spheres having the same mass and they are suspended from a stand. All these metal spheres touch one another in a line. If one of the metal sphere at the end is pulled and released, what will happen? Yes, the sphere at the another end moves away. And if we pull two spheres together and release, what will happen? Two balls at the another end will go up. And if we pull three balls together and release, what will happen? Three balls at the another end will go up. So here momentum is conserved. Now how here momentum is conserved? Yes, let us see. We know that moving objects will have momentum. So this metal sphere has mass m and it has a velocity, so it will have momentum. When this sphere collides these stationary balls, what will happen? Yes, the momentum of this sphere gets transferred to these balls. And this momentum gets transferred to the balls and finally the ball at the end, another end, gets that momentum and it goes up. So in this way, the momentum is transferred, hence there is no loss of momentum. So momentum before the collision is equal to momentum after the collision. So here momentum is conserved.